Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 77 today.
No,
No?
it's not 77.
What is it? Is it 78 now?
It's 78, yeah.
I thought I messed up last week, and
You
it was
did.
70.
You did.
Didn't I say 76 last week, but it was
Yeah.
77?
You did.
Wouldn't that make this week 77?
It's not.
What is it?
Last week was 77.
Oh, so now it's 78.
You were so
Okay.
behind.
Well, welcome to the show. Episode 78.
Yeah.
Joined by, as always, Daniel. Never really.
Hello. Welcome. No Sims again.
No Sims.
He's okay. He'll be okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Might be
Um,
dead.
Yeah, I know he hasn't been on. This is the third week in a row he hasn't been on, but he will be back.
You
Hopefully next week.
You ever think like Sims does like a side podcast about video games with like his British friends and like we just don't know about it? Like he's cheating on us.
Oh. But there's one American.
I would be even more offended if there was one American.
Yeah.
Like I would go find the American and kick his ass.
Who is this guy? Who's this
Who
American?
the fuck is that guy? Sims, I'm your only American friend. And
What about
Daniel. And Daniel.
Okay.
Anyways, we'll stop talking about Sims. And we will now talk about some video games. A lot of news. A lot of news to get to. First up.
Yeah.
About a week ago now, a little over a week ago, Annapurna held their first ever showcase. Annapurna Interactive, that is.
Yeah, their first ever, which
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that this was their first time.
Yeah, pretty cool idea for them just to
Yeah.
get out there.
Did you
and
watch
make
the
a
whole
little
showcase?
No,
start with that.
skim through it.
Okay.
We
Because
kinda do that
I
with
will
all of them
say,
these days.
just top view, like this is one of the best showcases that we've had this summer.
So what they do, just trailer after trailer type thing, or was
Pretty
there like a
much.
voiceover?
So we'll go through like I have all like the actual games that they showed off, but there was like I think 2 or 3 developers that they just talked about their game.
Like
I think it was
actual
3 of
people
them.
on camera?
Yeah, because there was 2 of them. They were like that didn't really show a lot, and then one was just like a new studio starting up that was working with them.
Okay.
And yeah, like and it had like a map, and it would say the developer, and then it would kind of zoom around the map and show you where they are. I
that's
just think
cool.
it was really done really well, way better than most of the E3.
Annapurna has always been like that cool like indie movie studio, you know, that just like makes like really good shit, you know, on the
Yeah.
side, and then you just hear about it now and then. But yeah, cool.
Yeah,
them
well, they are a
to do
movie
a
studio.
showcase. Are they really?
Yeah, they were never into games first. They were in movies
Oh,
first.
what have they produced?
They're just an indie.
Because they
Studio,
remind
I
me
don't
of like A24, who like produces
Exactly.
you know, all those like random really good horror movies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know, Midsummer, Hereditary, whatnot. Anyways,
Green Knight.
Are they making that?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, interesting. Is that out?
Yeah, it came out recently.
Oh, I gotta go see that. Anyways, we'll get on to what happened at the Annapurna Interactive Showcase. First
Yeah.
up, The Artful Escape gets a release date of September 10th, 2021.
Mhm. Yeah, we saw this game at some other event, if you remember. This is the like kid that's like an artist, but has like I don't know, an alter ego or something. That's like I don't know. It's really trippy.
He's an artist. Is he
Yeah, he has like a
around?
guitar, and he's like an artist, like a musical artist.
Okay.
It was really weird. I don't know. I want to play it, but very odd looking game.
Yeah, weird things coming out of there. Next up, Neon White gets a release date for this winter. Not a date,
Yes,
but
not an
release
exact
window.
date, but it is releasing this year. Yeah.
Yeah, I know people are pretty hyped on this one.
So this was the one that they showed off at Nintendo's Direct with like that big Direct they had earlier this year. This is the guy. I assume his studio is bigger now, but the guy that made Donut County. This is his game.
Oh, okay. This is their next game.
Yeah. So it's basically a. I guess how do you want to put it? It's like a Ghost Runner from last year. If you remember Ghost Runner last year, that really speed-based
Yeah.
kill enemies. It's like that, but with cards.
I bought
You
that.
have
Never played it.
cards. I played some of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for that
Um,
next gen release. Anyways, yeah, cards.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
You're froze. There you are.
Oh, no.
There you go.
I'm here. We're good.
Okay. You played it what?
I played a little bit of Ghost Runner. Never
Okay.
mind. I was distracted.
It's okay. So this game, it seems really cool where like if you use a card as an ability, then you do like its ability, but you can discard it, and then it also has an ability for discarding. So I think one of the abilities was like you can discard it and you get a double jump, or you can use it and use whatever its ability it has. But you have to like do something with the card to keep going through all of your cards.
So you're like picking up different cards as you're going?
It looks like you have a deck.
Go through them. Oh, okay.
No, it looks like you have a. I don't know because I haven't played yet, but it looks like you have a deck of cards. So if there's a card that you like, I really want that right now, or like in 2 steps, I got to get to it. I got to use this card, use its movement ability, discard it, whatever, to get to it, and then use it.
Okay. So you get like a deck of cards at the beginning of the level.
And then you're like going through them.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you get to like order them.
Sure.
I'm not sure how that works, or it's like
random.
Yeah. It seems really cool. Like, I don't know if you like that fast-paced, like, almost mobile game, like, beat your high score, like, how fast can I do this run, you know?
Yeah, I like that type of shit for a time, you know? It's never like, lasts for, like, you know, full, you know, however long, many hours the whole game.
Yeah, I wonder how long this game is.
Yeah.
Because, like, the level that they showed, that very first level was very quick. Like, he did that, like, 10 seconds or 8 seconds or whatever. So, I'm wondering if they're, like, up to a minute, maybe. I don't know. And then there also seemed like there was like a love mechanic, like a a romance option.
A make love mechanic?
No, like romance options.
Oh, okay, sure.
He's like talking.
That's the type of game I want to play.
You do like missions for people and like a Persona type of thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Next up, a Mimir?
No, it's Memoir.
Memoir. I can't read. A Memoir Blue.
Yes. So did you watch this trailer?
No. I'm relying on you for all this.
I didn't know if you saw any of these. So
I was like,
Blue,
there's a cat with a backpack somewhere in this. So I gotta find it.
That's a little ways. Memoir Blue is a very a game that I think me and you would both really like. It seemed very narrative based with like a girl and her mom, and it's just like a memoir of their life or something. And it kind of had like a couple different art styles.
This isn't the one like, with Carrie Russell, is it?
No, that's Open Roads.
Oh, okay. Way off.
Yeah, way off. This one, it looks like it had like a 3D art style, but then like there was a 2D art style in it as well. So like most of the game might be in 3D, but you might be seeing things in 2D as well. It seemed really interesting. I don't know. They didn't really show a ton of it.
No release date on that one.
No release date.
Next up, Storyteller got shown off.
Mm-hmm. Did you see this one?
I'm looking at this one right now.
Storyteller? This game looks cool.
So what are you doing here? It's like a picture book?
Yes. So actually, there's a beta I think that's happening now, or might have ended. It was on Steam, like a Steam beta. So basically, what you have, there is a particular story that the game wants you to tell. One is like a love story. So you have to select each character, put them into the first picture, and then the next picture they'll be in love, or something like that.
So you're kind of making up the story.
You're making the story, yeah. And if you look at for a trailer, at the top it'll say what kind of story you're supposed to be telling, and then you'll have little puzzle pieces that you need to put into the storyboards.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's a little storyboard game, and you're trying to like.
So it's like a puzzle. You're trying to put together the story they want you to tell.
Exactly. Exactly. And there was one that was like a love story tragedy or something, and it was like, you have to have the murderer killing one of the characters or something, and then the person seeing a grave of theirs.
Get some hot twists in this.
Yeah, it seems really cool. Like, I love the idea of this game.
Yeah, no, this is cool. This is right up my alley, right?
Yeah. Seems really cool. Hopefully it releases soon. I'd like to play it.
Next up, they showed off some gameplay of Skin Deep.
Yeah. This is a weird game that kind of reminds me of a couple of years ago. I think it was 2019, the Void Bastards game.
That's what it looks like to you? This looks like Monday Night Combat to me. I don't know what type of game this is, but that's what it looks like gameplay wise, at least.
It looks like to me. It looked like Void Bastards, which was a pretty weird game as well. I don't know if it's a game for me, but I like the weird vibes of the game. He like at one point in the trailer, the character like flushes himself outside of the ship.
Sure. Why
I
not?
don't know.
What else
I
are you
don't
gonna
know
do
why.
in space?
I don't know.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I'll keep my eye out on that one. Then next up, the big one, Stray gets a new trailer showing off a little bit of gameplay and a release window of early 2022.
Yeah. So
I was surprised by this. I did not expect this game to be a 3D puzzle platformer type thing going on here.
Really? I mean, they kind of hinted at it.
I totally thought this was like a 2D type thing where you're just jumping around, platforming, killing some enemies. I did not expect this.
Yeah, it looked really cool. It was supposed to release towards the end of this year, and then they pushed it to next year. So
yeah,
yeah, it looks really interesting. Definitely like puzzles, light platforming, I guess.
Just the life of a cat, you know.
Yeah, he was like
a backpack.
clawing at the couch.
Yeah,
like doing this.
Yeah,
couch.
I'm down for that.
Licking himself, you know.
Might be a dedicated purr button.
Oh,
yeah,
dedicated purr
that'd
button.
be cool. That'd be cool. Use the touchpad for that.
Yeah, no.
Got to use it for something.
I'm not using it for anything.
If it's a purr button,
I'm not using it.
Tap it to purr. I mean, come on.
No.
Lightly massage it.
He has on his backpack very Ratchet like character.
Like is there a little character in his backpack?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I see
So
a little
it's
robot.
like a little robot because the cat can't talk, so something has to communicate with the cat to other characters.
It's a fair point. Cats can't speak.
Yeah, it's this little robot that like hangs out with him. He finds them or something.
Is the robot also a cat? Like
no, it's like
robot?
a little robot.
Oh, okay. Just a regular robot, not a cat robot.
Yeah. No, it's not a cat robot.
Okay.
That'd be too much cat.
I agree. Maybe some other type of cute animal could have been.
Like a dog. Ooh, cats and dogs working together.
But wouldn't the cat be the one in the backpack? Because they're small.
Yeah, you're right.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I'm excited for this game. Hopefully it ends up good. It's
Looks
really
cool.
Since it is a puzzle game, it's really gonna rely on how good the puzzles are. You know, which you really don't know until you play it, which is unfortunate with
I think
puzzle games.
People are gonna like this game because it's a cat, but I think the actual game, what you're doing in it, is probably not gonna be for everyone.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think that the people are gonna buy it for the cat and then not like it for the game.
Come for the cat.
I can already tell that people are gonna not like, oh, what are these puzzles?
It's just one of the, because even when they show off puzzles, right? It's like, sure, okay, I saw gameplay of one cool puzzle, right? It's like, okay, but do you have multiple very cool ideas for puzzles, you know, going on, or is it just like that was the coolest puzzle that you're showing off in the gameplay?
Yeah, and then there were these little slugs that were like chasing the cat. You had to like run away.
Cats don't get along.
And then towards the end of the trailer, the cat got this like black light that like popped him, killed like all these little slugs. So it might be like some light combat
Murdering slugs.
encounters. Yeah.
You ever pour salt on a slug?
I've never done that. I'm not a monster.
You've never done that?
No.
I mean, I think you got to do that at least once in your life.
No, you don't. You don't have to. You don't have to do that.
Do it, kids. Be a murderer.
Nope.
Next up,
Nope.
Outer Wilds has DLC called Echoes of the Eye, releasing September 28th. Did you play this game?
No, not much. Very little. I wanna play it.
Same thing happened to me.
It's a game that I want to play, but
I couldn't get into it. I played this this came out right around the time Gears 5 came out, right? Because I played this on Xbox.
It came to Game Pass like
right around then, right?
Yeah.
It must have been then, yeah, because that's when I played it. Yeah, I just remember not being able to get into it. I don't know. Maybe I just had to play more. One of those I just picked up for like an hour, put it down.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. I know people love it, so.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like, I know that there's a lot of questions of how this. Like, they even talk about it in the reveal of like where this even fits in the story, because it's a very complete game from what I understand.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how this DLC even works. Awesome for this game though, because I know it's very beloved.
Yeah.
Coming out very soon too.
Yeah. Next month. Okay. Good job, Annapurna, on your first showcase.
Yeah.
We all enjoyed it. Do more.
Yeah. Hopefully,
you figure there's a bunch of shit they got coming up that wasn't actually here, so they could do another one. You know.
I hope they don't do too many.
Yeah.
I'm tired of so many.
Would you just say once a year?
Once a year.
Yeah. I like that too. They could have even done it around like E3 time.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have, honestly, it would have made E3 better.
Yeah. I know they probably didn't want to be like piled in with a bunch of other news going on, but it would have been cool to just have this little one there.
Yeah, it's still in the summer, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. We'll move on now to some other news. Next up, Xbox has announced a new Aqua Shift colored controller. The controller released August 31st, and it is available for pre-order now. Daniel.
Yeah.
This controller is ugly as fuck.
No, it's not. I want to get it. I want to get it.
I just don't like this one. It's the glossiness for me. And I don't like
think it's
that stuff.
glossy.
It's pretty glossy. It just, I don't know. It's too
so.
shiny. Like my friend has like a gold PS4 controller, and I just think that's like the ugliest thing in the world.
That sounds gross.
Yeah.
It's not glossy from what I'm looking at.
It looks pretty glossy. I guess when you get the up close images, it looks better. I also just don't like the one plain color. You know, I'm fine if it's black or white and it's just one plain color, but when you add just one plain color
I don't know,
to
I'm
the other
looking,
ones,
like,
I like
really
different
nice.
stuff in there.
It's more. It's not it's not. It's definitely not glossy. The whatever you call it, the rubber grips.
Sure.
It has like a water like sheen look to it. Not that it's shiny sheen, but it has like that, like a ripple of water, and it looks really cool.
Looks like something a mermaid would use.
Are you calling me a mermaid?
Are you gonna use it?
I think I might get it.
You'd be a merman then, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I might order this.
Yeah, I don't know. I was much more in favor of the red one they released earlier this year. That one's badass.
Yeah,
this one
I'm
not
also
doing it for me.
I might wait because I kind of want an Elite again.
But I want to make my fucking own. That's you know, every time Xbox releases a controller now, I'm just gonna think that like, oh, I can make my own.
Just go to Design Lab.
Yeah, and just make a better one. You know, I did see a really cool custom one the other day. Did you see this one, the Halo Needler one?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that one looked badass. I was like, eh. See, that one was weird because it was like cut in half though. I wish the whole thing was the Needler.
That was the same. That was my issue with the Cyberpunk one that they did last year.
Yes.
It was like two different tones. I wish it was just the Needler or just the other.
I'm with you on that. Yeah, keep it one thing. You know, one theme.
Yeah.
Don't need two different tones here.
Exactly. That's why I like the Aqua Shift. And it's a cool name, Aqua Shift. I like it.
It is a cool name. Give you that. Sounds like a superhero.
It does sound like a superhero.
And I'm Aqua Shift, here to save the day. Next up, 343 has begun a tech test for Halo Infinite, which is now over, I believe.
It ended, yep.
Yeah, I think it ended. They did this over the weekend. We just want to talk about our thoughts. I don't think either of us have played it.
No, we didn't. I didn't get in.
No, I have PC friends that have been talking nonstop to me about this.
Please, you tell me then.
Yeah, they really enjoy it. You know, from the gameplay I've seen, it looks very fun still. You know, just my opinion. The grappling hook looks fucking awesome.
Which was only in the second map, I think, right?
The grappling hook, was it?
I don't think it was in the first map.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that specifically. But yeah, the grappling hook looked awesome. From what I heard, it is awesome. So that's cool. And then other than that, yeah, the movement looks like Halo, you know, which is a good thing.
Halo with sprint. I'm gonna always have that caveat because Halo is not sprint.
Would you prefer it without the sprint, Daniel?
10 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
It's not even a question. If I could have the game with no sprint, it wouldn't even be a question.
Do you think you just need to do it nowadays?
No.
Are we all just too accustomed to sprinting now that it has to be there?
That mindset is trying to appease too many other players. Because what are you hearing right now, Connor? Everyone's like, oh, maybe Halo doesn't need to do a battle royale. Maybe Halo just needs to be Halo. How many times have I been telling you this since we saw Halo? How many times have I told you that Halo needs to prove that it could even be Halo right now?
But from what I'm hearing, it doesn't sound like the sprint is making the game worse in any way.
No. This is just coming from me as a original Halo player.
Sure.
But
OG.
Yeah, OG Halo.
Yeah, no, my main friend was super big into the competitive scene on Halo back in the day, Halo 3, especially Halo Reach. He was super fucking good at it, so he's been talking to me about this nonstop. But yeah, he loves the way it controls.
Yeah, it looks very smooth. The guns seem good. That new pistol looks really fun. Really fast shooting. I really like it. I definitely want to try it out.
Yeah. Worrisome a little bit with the server issues. Hopefully they can get that all sorted out before the main game. Yeah, no, that's why they called it a tech test. So, they had a built-in, not excuse, but, a built-in reason there.
Exactly.
Yeah. I just hope that
not even a beta.
That's just something I just want to watch out for day one and stuff. Hopefully it launches okay.
Right. Yeah, that's why we'll probably either get another technical test soon or eventually
full beta, I would expect, right?
Yeah. And where we actually will get more player versus player, because I think they did like a couple hours of that right before it ended. They opened up like an hour of like.
Did they really? Oh, okay.
I think so. So it wasn't just bots, and I know they had like different levels of bots. I think they had like 3 different levels. They showed off.
Apparently the AI in this game, top notch.
Apparently they're throwing like Hail Mary grenades.
Yeah,
that's what I've heard. Their grenade placement is like insane.
These bots are becoming sentient. They're gonna fucking kill us all.
Grenade us, spawn kill us.
The first night I was hanging out with my friends and they were all trying to get on, and they couldn't because of the servers. They were all just making jokes that the bots are trying to not let you guys on to fucking because you're gonna kill them all.
They want to play by themselves.
Yeah. Like, no, we're not letting these people in. They're just gonna murder us over and over again. All right. Next up, PlayStation news. The highly anticipated Horizon Forbidden West has reportedly been delayed to 2022.
We'll see if it's actually delayed, because I know we just talked about this right before we started recording. It's still not official. Sony hasn't said anything, and Guerrilla hasn't said anything. So it is just reports right now. I mean, it wouldn't completely be out of nowhere. Like, if you remember, Herman Holst came out and said, last month, that they're aiming for this year, but it could come out the beginning of next year. So
yeah, he said that sometime shortly after they showed off the
gameplay
and that state of play. It's delayed in my mind already. it's 2022. I'll put it fucking. Why not just do end of February again?
Or March somewhere. In there.
Yeah, or March. I liked that. The first Horizon came out right at the end of February, that last week of February, that last Friday. I think that's a good date for it to go there again, because you got Elden Ring and Pokemon right in January. So try to get like a month away from those, and then just own that February space. I think that'd be a good idea for them. It's unfortunate it's getting delayed out of this year, but no biggie to me. I got a shit ton of games coming out that I'm looking forward to this fall. So, honestly, it's kind of a blessing in disguise with that type of stuff.
Also, 2022 is
kinda. I mean, sure, I'd prefer Horizon Forbidden West to come out now, than I just play that over everything else. But it's I'm not too upset about it being next year. What do you think?
I think that this is not a big deal for gamers. Like, it's just going to make the game better. I think it's more of a big deal for PlayStation themselves. Like, this is probably supposed to be their big game this year.
Sure.
Especially, we kind of saw their sales numbers of Ratchet and Returnal, and like, it's really not great. I mean, not bad. It's good, but not great. Horizon probably would have sold double, if not more, than both those games.
You would think, right?
Now they're kind of relying on the 2 director's cuts as their fall game, which seems really weird.
Deathloop.
But I mean, that's still nothing against Arcane. I love Arcane. They're one of my favorite devs. Like, I just don't know if it's still going to sell well. Critically, it'll do very well, but I don't know. The Dishonored games just don't sell. So.
Nah, yeah, I wouldn't guess that game be like a really hot seller either. But for PlayStation wise, it's bad for them. I mean, right? There's no way to say it's good for them, right? I mean, they'll just be really relying on their third parties for to sell their consoles through the fall.
Yeah,
which I mean they do every fucking year almost. Rarely does Sony put out a big title in the fall, so it doesn't really matter too much for them. I
guess imagine. Kena. We didn't think about Kena, but that's still not even very big. That's probably
I guess
not
we did
this
just
one.
name 4 things, though, all little things. Hopefully that adds up to, you know, a little bit
Yeah.
for them, I guess.
Yeah, Battlefield's back. So like Battlefield's gonna sell a ton
That,
everywhere.
Call of Duty,
Call of Duty,
you know,
yeah,
stuff like that, yeah.
gonna sell a lot. So I mean, there's a lot of big games that are multi-plat by the end of the year.
The fucking GTA remaster probably outsell them all.
or like the old or what is it, Modern Warfare that came out 2 years ago?
Yeah.
It's still gonna be
The Modern Warfare
selling.
3 remaster to come out. Sell 20 million copies.
No.
Oh, yeah, they said that's not a thing.
They said it's not real.
It's not a thing.
Not real.
When they said that, I was like, good. Like, no one liked Modern
No
Warfare
one-
3.
No, people liked it, but it's not the like fan favorite.
At least campaign wise, because what they did last time, they just put out the Modern Warfare 2 campaign. They never actually put out the multiplayer for that.
Yeah.
Or remastered, and I was just like, okay, I don't want a Modern Warfare 3
Where's,
remastered.
like, if you're gonna remaster like World at War or Black Ops. the
See,
first Black Ops.
I'd be into that.
Exactly.
Give me
That's
a pack of those two.
Yeah.
Next up, Ghost of Tsushima Legends is getting a standalone release and a new Rivals mode on September 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
A little weird they couldn't match that with the date that the director's cut is coming out.
Yeah. Do you remember the exact release date for that?
The director's cut, August. I want to say like 28th or something.
It's this month, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it's just not. Maybe they're working on this mode, so it's just not completely ready. I mean, they've been working
Better
on,
idea for this. Make it free to play.
Maybe, I don't know, but that's just gonna. I don't like free to play anything, so I'd
Sure.
say no.
I would say with just this Legends mode, like why not? You know, get people into it. Maybe they like the gameplay so much they end up buying the director's cut or you know whatever version of Ghost of Tsushima they want.
I don't know, make more money to not do it that way.
Would you ever check this out, the Legends? If we had more time, I would like to play it, but not really
game.
my thing.
I played that game.
Yeah,
Like,
but not the Legends mode.
I don't want to play it. Where's Ghost of Tsushima 2? That's what I want.
5 years away.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like, all right, well, I'll wait for that.
All right, cool. Next up, we want some Nintendo news.
Yeah.
Got some sales numbers going on here. Could you find me the game numbers as well, or I will try to find that myself. Anyways, speaking of the news, the Switch has now sold 89 million units in a little over 5 years.
Yeah.
So that's the console news. We also got some sales numbers on the games themselves, which we'll go over. But yeah, 89 million. Surpassed Xbox 360 and PS3 now.
2 gens ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So good for Nintendo. You know, it's always impressive to me when stuff can surpass 360 and PS3 because that was just such a.
It's such a huge gen, right?
Yeah, long too. You know, like how long did that gen last? It was forever, and
it was one of the longest gens for sure.
Yeah, it felt like what was it like? You know, 2005 to 2013. That's 8 years. You know, for 360 at least, and then 7 years for the PlayStation side, and that gen just felt like it lasted forever. So it's impressive they can surpass those numbers within 5 years.
I found
only.
some numbers here for you.
Sure, I know Nintendo had them on them website themselves.
You want me to start from the top from what I see here?
Sure,
I can start,
yeah. You don't got to do all of them.
I'll go up. I'll go up and I'll go real quick.
Okay.
Go up real quick. I think this is top 10 here, all time Switch numbers. Which I just wanted to start here. This is better. This is like better than almost anything PlayStation has ever put out. I'm just gonna say that off the top, and this is this gen.
Everything you're about to name off is in like top 50 video game sales of all time. It might even be top 30.
So we could say whatever we want about like Xbox, PlayStation, and how much we love them. And we love Nintendo as well, and Nintendo and all their faults too. It just doesn't matter, which is dumb. That
Nintendo is killing both of them, like game sales wise.
Yeah,
it's not even close. It's not even like we were just talking about last week. Ratchet sold 1 million. Nintendo would laugh at those fucking numbers if one of those first party games sold 1 million. You know? Yeah.
They would die if they did that. All right, so number 10, which I think is the most shocking. Ready? Number 10. Ring Fit Adventure with 11.26 million.
Nuts.
There's no way that this game should sell that.
This sold more than Wii Fit, and Wii Fit felt like a thing, you know? Yeah. I guess this did too over the pandemic period. It felt like a thing, but like this must have came out of nowhere for Nintendo.
Yeah. Number 9 is Splatoon 2, which is awesome for this game, for 12.45 million almost 13, almost 12 and a half.
I played this game for the first time. I gotta say I'm not a fan.
It's a series I want to try. I have not tried.
I played it at work, strangely enough. Anyways, continue.
This one really depresses me. Number 8, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, 13.5.
I believe they're now like the 5th highest selling Pokemon games, something like that.
Yes.
Did you not like this game that much?
I didn't even play it.
Okay. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time.
Well, it's not. It's like a kid version of Pokemon, which is already a kid's game.
I had a good time.
Number 7 is Super Mario Party, 15.7 million, which is really it's a fun Mario Party, but it's not like the best Mario Party. It's
best selling.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go, Connor. Number 6, Super Mario Odyssey, 21.4.
All right, let's go. Highest selling 3D Mario. I'd say. I wish this was number 1. You know, like I wish.
Deep down, me too.
Yeah, deep down. I just wish this was like.
Guess what, Connor?
What's up?
Best game of 2017.
I disagree, but I won't argue. I won't argue.
Okay.
Love the game. Okay. It's Horizon though. There's the post.
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
There it is, guys.
Number 5, another disappointment for me. 21.85 million units. Pokemon Sword and Shield.
They combine these then, right?
They combine
the two.
them.
Okay.
Same with the other Pokemon.
Oh, with the Let's Go. Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I enjoyed.
Again, they can make a bad Pokemon and it still sells. So
yeah, doesn't matter. It's crazy too that Pokemon's been able to carry over to an actual console from handheld. I know they're kind of just mixed now, but it's crazy they're able to sell more than any other Pokemon.
Yeah, the nice thing about
I think
Nintendo
there's like
now,
one ahead of it.
There might be. Nice thing about Nintendo now is they don't have to split their like development teams.
Yeah.
From like mobile to like console, it's just like all right.
It's just with the price hike too. It's impressive that they're able to still sell these high numbers.
Exactly, because they never go on sale really.
Yeah.
This is a big one here. Ready? Number 4, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, 23.2, which is awesome. Best selling in the franchise, of course.
Yeah.
These last 3 I think are all just you could have guessed it without even me telling you. Number 3, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, 24.7 million. Could have guessed that. Still going. Number 2, Animal Crossing: New Horizons, 33.8, almost 34 million. In a little over a year now.
Every time we read off numbers for this game, it still shocks me. You know,
yeah.
I just never thought Animal Crossing was that big a deal, and I mean, it really wasn't until before.
It's honestly, it's still not, because I doubt that I could be wrong, but I doubt the next one's going to sell even anywhere near this. I think this is.
You think so?
I think that this is just a one-off. I think it'll.
We won't find
I think
out
it'll
for
sell
so long. So
it'll sell well, but I don't see it matching this at all.
These are. So I forget where this is in the top selling games of all time now. It's somewhere in the top 15 though. But yeah, it's crazy impressive.
Yeah. And then number 1, could have saw it coming, is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 37.08 million.
Just insane with the.
This
Mario
is only.
Kart, man.
I wanted to point it out too. This is only Switch numbers.
Yeah.
Like, what is it on the Wii?
It's not that high, but it's. I mean,
probably
Wii U only sold. Yeah, it probably is a couple million.
It's probably at least 3, so it's probably 40 million.
Yeah, it's definitely at 40 million. You know, so
that's insane.
Crazy numbers.
Insane.
Go Mario Kart. Wish we could get a new one though.
Yeah, you and me both.
All right, next up then. J. Allen Brack has J. Allen Brack has stepped down as president of Blizzard. Jen O'Neill and Mike, oh boy, Ybarra will be the co-heads now. Jesse Miskunk.
I would say Machunk or Miskunk.
Miskunk.
I'm not sure.
Unique last name there. He has stepped down as the head of Blizzard HR. So yeah, this leads into a lot of the bad stuff going on over at Activision Blizzard there. What are your thoughts on all this?
There was one more slight update. I think her name was Fran Townsend. She's like another executive there. A lot of stuff going on with her.
Names over there, though. I'll tell you.
They have a lot of weird names. So she was in charge of the women's group there. I think she had stepped down from that. She hasn't stepped down from her job, but it's taken a step back from that. I put this story in here because we kind of talked about last week of us talking about more sensitive things, and I saw this as a pretty easy way to bring it in.
Sure.
Even though we're a few weeks behind. Honestly, the J. Allen Brack specifically definitely feels like, we did something.
Yeah, it feels like okay, someone has to get fired for this type of thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's on you, you know, even though maybe this person wasn't involved in any of the scummy shit going on there, but
not that we know of yet. But it definitely seems like his negligence had a lot to do with it as well. Like, he didn't do much about stuff, so
sure.
He didn't have action.
Ended up ignoring it. Yeah.
And he's been there for a long time. I think he was there for like 15 or 16 years, but he was the head of Blizzard for the past couple years. Michael Morheim, which we've talked about, he has his own studio now. He was the head for a long time. He took over his job. But the two new heads, we could talk about that because I think it's pretty positive. Jen O'Neill, we know her from Vicarious Visions. She's really brought Vicarious Visions into the limelight as of recently. Mike Ybarra, you might have recognized his name. He was a big executive at Microsoft forever. He recently went to Blizzard. He helped put Microsoft on the map for a while. So I feel like that's two good hands, and Blizzard is in good hands with those two.
You know, let's just hope Activision Blizzard can get on the right track. I mean, they've been fine game wise, you know, with the releases recently. So I suppose that's not the problem. I guess it's just the work environment seems to be a big issue there. Again, I haven't like read everything on what's going on with Activision Blizzard, but you know, new leadership can't be a bad thing at this point.
No, it can't. So we'll keep seeing what goes on. I just wanted to throw it in here.
Sure. Next up, Embracer Group has bought another 8 studios, including 3D Realms. What's that one? Art?
I would say Digix Art.
Digix Art? Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. They had an X in there, like Kingdom Hearts.
These 3 studios are the only ones I noted because.
And then Easy Trigger would be the last one.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I noted these ones because I think that these were like the bigger ones. So you probably have heard of 3D Realms. That's probably the biggest one. They are the Duke Nukem developer.
So did they now own that IP? Embracer Group?
I'm pretty sure they do. Yep.
Okay.
So the Digix Art, they did Lost in Harmony, which was like a cool platformer this year, and then they did 11 Memories Retold a couple years ago, and then what was the other one? Here it is. Easy Trigger. They did Hunt Down. Hunt Down was like a game from last year. It was like a cool like 2D shooter, really cool vibe last year. So those are the 2 bigger ones.
Embracer Group, man. The mafia keeps getting stronger, let me tell you. They just keep buying shit.
I don't understand.
Stop it.
I don't understand.
Why do you need so many?
So much.
It's so much now. It's just like everything. Every random studio you could think of, they own it.
They own Gearbox.
They own fucking Gearbox. Oh, this is great.
Oh, guess what? That's
that?
The connection.
What?
Gearbox, 3D Realms, Duke
Nukem
Forever,
Ooh,
Duke Nukem Forever 2.
Dude. Or just a remaster.
Or a remaster.
Sells millions of copies. There you go, THQ Nordic. Have a good time. All right.
Duke Nukem back in a good way, but
yeah, they could. I don't know. It's crazy we haven't gotten a reboot of Duke Nukem in some way, shape, or form. You know,
they're probably gonna do it now.
Yeah,
in some way.
You'd imagine. I guess you could just put out the old games too, kind of like how
Doom
did it. You know,
people like what was it? 3D Duke Nukem 3D.
Yeah,
that's like a very popular game. So
yeah, people love that shit. Just release that 3D on current gen. You know, put that on everything. Could do that. Get some money.
What they need to do is just make Duke Nukem like a new, like take that new Doom style game and then Duke Nukem it.
Just add a Duke Nukem skin.
Just kind of just update it. Like he doesn't need to tell those lame jokes anymore, but he could still be funny. Like he could still have a.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
Exactly. Out of gum. Like he could still be funny in this new age, right? They just need to do it well. So Duke Nukem
could be like the Deadpool for video games if you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Get
there
that
is a
vibe
spot
going.
for him.
Yeah.
There is a spot.
You could figure that out. Surprised Duke Nukem not in Smash. That'd be a good character.
No, it wouldn't. I'd rather have Doom Guy.
It's crazy we don't got Doom Guy either.
No, we're gonna get Chief. He's the last one.
Chief? Nah, it better be Crash if anyone.
No, I'm thinking the two that I'm thinking it's either gonna be Chief or it's gonna be Scorpion.
Scorpion would be great. Get that in there.
They got almost every other
really like
franchise.
that. Okay, that's the one I really hope for then, because they do
Scorpion
have
will be sick.
every other
get over here.
In there,
like, trying to get over here to Mario.
Oh, that'd be cool. Get over. Just goes right through his nose. Big ass nose. Next up, Focus Home Interactive has acquired Dotem.
So I've learned how to say this now.
Oh, okay,
it's
good. Someone does.
.emu.
.emu. Wow.
Like the bird.
You know, I've heard that before too. I should have known that. Damn
it's like the bird. Yeah.
Anyways, these are the Streets of Rage developers, right?
The new one, Streets of Rage 4, and then they're also doing TMNT Shredder's Revenge this year.
They're making that too, huh?
Yeah.
That's this year?
That's this year.
That's gonna be badass. I'm looking forward to that.
Ready for that game, dude.
Is that coming out soon?
I don't know if it has an exact release date. It's supposed to be this year. It might have been pushed. I don't know.
Hopefully that's still this year. That sounds fun.
But Focus Home.
Yeah, Focus Home. Good for them.
There's been I also put this in here because there's been we haven't really mentioned it because it's just been rumors, but because we don't really talk too much about just rumors. I like pretty solid stories.
I do too. There's too much actual news for us to cover on the show.
Exactly.
For us to cover every fucking rumor that happens.
This gets me a backdoor to kind of talk about it. Is there have been rumors of like big Xbox Focus Home deals for a long time. So
have there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think it'll happen, but I just wanted to mention that.
Some rumblings going on there.
Yeah.
And then our last news story: the Evil Dead game has been delayed to 2022. Wah wah wah.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it looked cool. Just gives them more
cool.
time.
It kind of just looks like the Friday the 13th game.
Yeah, I think it's definitely smaller scale, like less people in it.
Sure.
Like I think it's four on one. I think it's more like Dead by Daylight, like a 4-on-1 type of thing.
I'd be down for that.
Looks fun.
I really enjoy this type of games when you can get a group of people together.
Yeah, cool IP. I love the IP. So
yeah, big Evil Dead.
Who doesn't want to play Ash with his chainsaw,
right?
Killing people. It sounds so fun. And his boomstick.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
We will now move on to what we've been playing. Daniel, what have you been playing?
Oh, you don't usually start with me. Ooh.
I went last week.
Okay. So I beat Donkey Kong Country 2.
Yeah.
Diddy's Quest.
I thought you were still on the first one.
No, I had beat the first one, but I was in the middle of playing this one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. How was it?
So it was great.
Yeah.
So if you remember, I talked about how kind of short and sweet the levels were for the first one. This one, the levels are a little longer. I didn't really like that about this game. I wished it was just a little shorter.
Would they try to go bigger scale with the sequel?
A little bit. I don't mean like expansive levels, but like that first one was like nice, short, sweet levels, like perfect levels. The two just had like a little bit longer, but I really liked it. I enjoyed it. Very good game. I'll just keep going. I played a lot of Nintendo.
Yeah, you've been dumping into the classics, huh?
Yeah, so I beat this game like.
So you're playing all these on the Nintendo Online through the Switch.
That's the Switch Online.
Yeah.
So right after that, which I started at the same night, I played and have beaten now Link to the Past.
Yay.
Legends of Link to the Past.
So how is this game? Because everyone talks about this game. You know, this is one of those greatest games of all time. It's always in that conversation. You always hear people talk about it. How is it?
I will say, it is.
It is
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Not like I have not been so floored by a game in a very long time.
Interesting. Wow.
I was so floored that I am borrowing Sloane's 3DS, Legend of
Wow.
Zelda
Look at
3DS,
that. See, that thing's
and
ugly.
no,
Let me get back to that.
it's nicer in person.
It's
Like
that
it's
glossy
all
finish, man.
it's actually not it's my light. It's not very
Glossy
glossy.
light.
It's actually not glossy
Oh,
at
it's
all.
got the symbol on it. Okay,
Yeah, it's
I
got the
see,
symbol
I
right
see,
there.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's not glossy. My light is right there. That's why.
Glossy.
So I am borrowing that, and I have already bought the 3DS games.
Wow, look at that. So what do you
So
got there?
I'm
Majora's
playing
Mask, Ocarina of Time.
Majora, Ocarina is right here, which I'm playing right now.
Okay.
I got Majora,
Okay.
and then I have A Link Between Worlds.
Have you
which
never
this
played
one,
these games?
No.
Really? You never played
This one?
Well, I never played Ocarina of Time.
I've
Well, I
played a
played it, I've
little
never
bit of
beat it.
Ocarina
Okay.
before.
Me too.
Never, not much of it though. This game is supposed to be a like spiritual successor to A Link to the Past.
That was the one, the 2013 game, 2012 maybe.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I want to play all of them.
Interesting.
That shows you how much The Link to the Past hit me.
Let me know when you're on Majora's Mask. Love Majora's Mask.
Yeah, I mean, I
favorite
just started Ocarina last night, so we'll see.
Be a little while.
Yeah, it's. I think I looked up just like how long it would take me. It looks like 10 hours or so.
Yeah, probably.
With like a walkthrough type of thing. So if I get stuck or something, the big issue I have is like getting back used to this.
Yeah.
Like these controls are using this little stick to move.
The little nub.
The camera is a little rough. I have to rely on I don't have a camera stick, so I have to rely on that.
I really wish we just had a way to play Ocarina and Majora's Mask on Switch.
So I have these three, so I'm gonna play these in order. So I have these three. Then I have a Link's Awakening. I bought that like last year.
Oh, okay.
So I have that already.
So I was wondering if Link to the Past is anything like Link's Awakening, but I guess you couldn't tell me that per se.
I mean, I really haven't played it, so yeah,
Sure.
It's top down. You're doing dungeons. You're getting items to help you with each of the dungeons.
Okay.
My only issue.
Thus far, not very similar to Link's
No,
Awakening.
I think Link's Awakening is different.
Yeah.
From what I know of it. My only issue, which is very minor, is that like I think there's a couple too many dungeons.
Okay.
Before you get to like the Ganon dungeon at the end. Like you have to get like these 3 pendants, which all have a dungeon. Then you go get the Master Sword.
Sure.
Then basically you get to the Dark World where Ganon is. Then you have to save all the maidens, which I think there's 7 maidens. So then each maiden has a dungeon. So that's 10 dungeons, and then Ganon has a dungeon.
Okay.
So that's 11. I feel like that's a
Lot of
little.
dungeons.
I feel like they're not all long though. To be fair, some of them are slightly shorter, especially if you're doing a walkthrough. It's just a couple too many though. I feel like there's just a couple too many. Could have lowered it just a little bit. But that's not even an issue really. Like,
Okay.
The game's perfect. Like the music, literally everything. It's one of the best looking games I've ever seen.
Really?
Just hands down. And this game came out like a year or two before I was born. Like 1 year before I was born.
Yeah.
It's still better looking than almost any game I've ever seen.
Crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, this is my. There's not a ton to play really. I have 2 weeks before, or about 2 weeks before. What's the
12
minutes? Yeah. So 12 minutes. Like I got 2 weeks, so I'm gonna try to get through as many Zeldas as I can, and this will be what I'm playing in between. Because like it's on 3DS, so I can just kind of hang out.
Pick it up whenever. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks is like I was gonna play for even longer. I have to like figure out connection where I could put the charger at with my setup, my seat setup here. But the battery life, maybe it's just how the 3DS.
Yeah. How long does the 3DS last?
I
never
don't know
owned a
because I
3DS.
didn't charge it. It was sitting in my room for a couple days.
Mhm.
I didn't have it charged, but like I played for like 45 minutes to an hour, and then I needed to charge it.
Oh, really?
So
That's not great.
It's not great. So I'm gonna do it with a full charge and see how long this time. So I'm not sure, but yeah.
Well, keep us updated.
So yeah, and I got one more game. One more game.
Surprise game.
that I talked about last week actually. I rebought it with these. I'm surprised Amazon sent them this fast. I'm gonna be honest with you.
They were just waiting. They had those copies
Yeah,
sitting there for
they
you.
knew I was buying them. I got Tropical Freeze again.
Okay, cool.
And I remember I told you I had played it. I didn't know how much I played it. I was at the end of that game.
Oh,
Don't know why I
really?
don't have the game. Yeah, don't know why I sold the game or
You're
whatever.
like on the last level, the disappointment.
I had like world and a half left.
Okay, yeah,
I was basically done with the game.
sure.
So I beat Tropical Freeze.
Okay. No,
And
I'm counting you.
Actually, I beat that last night. And
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
well, it's
nice.
my save. It's not like it's somebody else's save.
Sure.
It's my save. So yeah, I beat Tropical Freeze. And that game, like, visually, like it is one of the best looking Switch games I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
It's
I
just
own this
gorgeous.
one. Yeah.
It's just gorgeous. All the colors, like, there's like a few levels in the beginning of the game that I remember that are like black and white. I don't know if you played any of those black and white levels where it's just like everything is like blacked
It's been some
out
years.
and you kind of have to jump around. There's like one more I think in the 6th world. And it's just really cool. I love that you could dark out a level and still understand how to mechanically do the level. That kind of tells you how good the game is mechanically.
Yeah.
You still understand with everything just kind of being blacked out.
No, Rare is a really top-notch developer. Like,
Yes,
no
this
nostalgia.
shows it.
Yeah.
This shows like, dude, this is one of the greatest platformers of all time. Like I could just easily say that. Tropical Freeze. My only problem, and it's a problem that I kind of have with I've played basically most of the country games within the past 2 weeks, is how Donkey Kong feels. He generally feels very good to play, but he is way more slidey than I feel like Mario is.
Okay.
Like it seems if maybe it's just
Like
how
it takes
feels.
a second to stop almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it
okay.
feels like it takes slightly longer, not much, but just like a millisecond longer to stop than it would be with Mario. And that is just something you got to get used to, really. But yeah, Tropical Freeze.
Tropical
Man.
Freeze, man.
Like the
Rare,
boss
make another
fights,
damn game.
they are. I mean, they did the Prime trilogy.
Yeah, I mean, still a long
They
time
supposedly
ago.
had remastered them,
I would
and it's
love
just,
that.
who knows where that is?
Somewhere.
Because apparently, if you remember, the story was apparently they had remastered them to show that they could do 4.
Yeah, I remember at one point it was like said to be done. You know.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that turned into like a full remake at some point. You know, more than just a simple up-res remastered. Maybe.
I mean, those type of games don't need a complete remake.
No, but maybe they
like-
just had enough time. I don't know. First-person shooters?
But they're still Metroid games.
Sure.
Like, level design, those games don't ever need to be remade. It's just visuals.
Yeah, I'm not saying you remake any of that and like change like the structure of the levels and whatnot, but I don't know. Sometimes first-person shooters can feel clunky from that era.
Sure. I mean, it was a GameCube game.
Yeah.
Kind of had to use that little nub.
Yeah, good point. Hopefully we see that in the future. Is that all you've been playing?
I'll throw this game out. We got time.
Yeah,
I'll throw
throw
this
it in
game out.
there.
So over the past, I think, 2 weeks, we finally got Works Must Die on consoles. If you remember, it was a what was it, Stadia exclusive for
Was
like
it
a
really?
little while there.
Oh, what a
Pretty
terrible
sure.
place to be an exclusive. Fucking Stadia.
So I played the original Xbox Live Arcade back in the day. Didn't remember a ton. I think Sloan had played the original, and I was also played 2. He really wanted to play 3. So me and him play a lot of co-op games together. So he just bought me the game because he wanted to play it. So, and he wanted a co-op partner. So we just played through all of Works Must Die 3.
What is this game exactly?
Okay.
I know the name.
So,
I don't know
okay,
how the fuck it
okay.
plays at all.
It is. Have you played a lot of tower defense games before?
Yeah,
Okay.
good amount.
So it's basically a 3D tower defense.
Okay, that's cool.
So yeah, so basically there's they call it, I think, a rift. So you have to guard your rift. Enemies will come out of like the doors, or a door, and you have to like either shoot or kill them. You have different weapons you can use and stuff like that. and then you also have traps. So they have a set path that they will go on. Wherever the door is, they'll go straight to the rift, whatever the shortest way possible is, and then you have to kill them.
Like your tower.
Basically, it's like this little. What happens is they go in. They just go into it, and then that you only have so many orcs that can go into it.
Oh, okay. So you're not like actually watching them attack it. They're just like going into a door disappearing.
Yeah, you'll see the number like at the top of the screen. Like this level, you can only allow 20 orcs in it.
Sure.
And you get more traps as you go. This game, you have like a bunch of upgrades you could do for each trap and stuff like that. Like, yeah, you can have like the tar can do different things. So the tar can make them slower, or there's like a second upgrade, whatever one you feel like will help you. And it's just really fun, just tower defense, just fighting different types of orcs.
So what? It's like a third-person shooter.
Pretty
for
much.
you gameplay wise. Okay.
Depending on what weapons you use too, because there are melee weapons. The weapon I used most of the time was a blunderbuss, so it's kind of like a shotgun.
Ooh.
And then my alternate fire was like a little grenade.
Okay.
And then it just did a lot of damage, did a lot of blowback. So I upgraded it to make the blowback even more. And Sloan used the bow. His character had like a bow. And then we each both had like a secondary weapon that we end up buying later. It was like a melee weapon, just in case. And the traps are cool. You can set little like kill rooms. That's kind of what we were trying to do a lot of the time. Was we really liked this trap that was like lasers. And then what we would do
kill rooms. Is this like Saw all of a sudden? You get an orc trap in there? I want to play a game.
So we basically the basic kill rooms that we would do would be lasers, as many as we can, but you had to put them onto roof. So you can only do them in certain areas. So we'd do a bunch of lasers, a bunch of tar traps, so it'd slow them and the lasers would kill them. And on the walls, we would do like shooting arrows. So that they would be slowed by the tar, slowly killed by the laser and the arrows.
This is horrible. What kind of torture are you doing?
These orcs are horrible.
Jesus, man. They're just trying to go into your rift.
Well, it's all.
You don't know what they're doing in there.
I don't want to know.
They could be making peace. You don't know.
I don't want to know what they're doing in there.
All right. I have been playing The Forgotten City.
Yes,
I've played through this. Yes, I've beaten this. It took me about, say, main game. I beat in 6.5, 7 hours.
Oh, I thought it was closer to 10. Okay.
No. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people say it took them 8 hours. It's like, okay, you must have been really thorough then, because that's quite a bit. I got up to 10 because I'm like almost at the platinum, so I got up to 10, but I don't see. Maybe if you're just missing certain clues and stuff, you could get up there. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Forgotten City. It's a so it's a loop game pretty much. It's not. I wouldn't necessarily call it a roguelike because the loop is just it's narrative driven. It's not really has anything to do with the gameplay. All your stuff kind of carries over into the next route. So basically, it's this game. You go through a time portal. You end up in the past. You're in like Roman history type era, and you arrive at this city. You hear about this. So everyone in this city is trapped in the city. Okay, I'm gonna try to be as not spoilery as I can here because there's a lot of twists and turns in this game that you don't want to know about. But anyways, you arrive in this city. Everyone's trapped in this city. You don't know why you're there. You don't know. Well, you know vaguely why you're there for spoiler reasons. I won't say, but So anyways, yeah, everyone's trapped in the city. And then you learn about this rule called the Golden Rule, and that's that is no one in the city can commit any sins, otherwise everyone will die. And then
everyone has to pay for the sins of the one.
Yes, and the leader of the city knows that the Golden Rule is about to be broken sometime during the day that you're playing through. So your main goal is it's pretty much a mystery. You're trying to investigate everyone in the city to figure out who is going to break the Golden Rule. And if the Golden Rule gets broken, time resets. You go back through the portal and you jump back out to the other side, and the whole day resets.
And things save.
Yeah, so a lot of things save. So like if you do a mission in one of the loops, that you don't have to redo that mission.
Okay,
you meet a character at the beginning of each loop, and you can just tell him what happened, pretty much during what you did in that mission, and he'll go and he'll do the mission for you pretty much. Like and it's just like kind of instantly. Yeah. So like
that's
if
weird.
you did something for someone in one loop, you just pop out on the next loop. You tell him what happened, what I did, how to fix it, and then he will go and do it. So it's
weird.
Like, yeah, and you can actually like follow him and watch him go do it. So like,
what?
Yeah, I mean he'll do it like super quick, like way quicker than you did. But like it's not like he's like doing actual tasks either. He's pretty much just talking to people. But
okay,
yeah, it does get pretty weird. But really, it's the narrative in this game that'll really get you.
But that's all it is, right? There's no combat.
There's light combat on certain missions. It's more puzzle focused. You get a bow and arrow, and you can I don't even want to say really what the bow and arrow does because that's kind of a spoiler in itself. But it's not combat like you're playing it to kill things and have fun. It's combat. You use it for puzzles pretty much, and it's like very light environmental puzzles. But yeah, the main thing here is the narrative. The story is really good here. The characters are top notch. These are really memorable characters. A lot of fun. You can get really deep into these characters. So like, there's 23 people in this city. You will learn about and talk to all 23 of these people and like really get to know them pretty well.
That's not that many people. Does it feel like it?
Yeah, it feels like a lot when you're actually playing through it, because like it's like each of them are you have deep conversations with, and like they all have a built-in background and stuff like that, and you're learning about all of them. I mean, it's 23. It felt like quite a bit. It was honestly in the beginning it feels a little overwhelming.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but it might feel like it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it definitely feels like it, especially in the beginning of the game when you're just talking to everyone, you're getting all these different tasks, and you're finding a bunch of different leads to who might be breaking the golden rule or who's about to and stuff like that, and it just gets very interesting through that. There's some twists in this game, let me tell you. A lot of unexpected things happen, and it gets very fun. They have a lot of fun with the time loop mechanic. I really enjoyed this game. It's one of my favorites of the year thus far.
Ooh. Yeah. So I want to say, is this worth me stopping playing these 4 Zelda games?
I think you'd enjoy it. I do think you'd enjoy it. And like I said, I mean, don't go in expecting fun combat or anything. Just go in expecting a really good narrative and getting ready to talk to all these characters.
Just like I could beat it in
stuff like
good
that.
day.
Yeah, you definitely could.
Like take a good day to play it.
Yeah, take a good day when you're off or whatever. Yeah, 2 nights, whenever. Like I said, 6 to 8 hours is where I'd put it at for the time wise. But yeah, I really enjoyed the game. Got any other questions?
It would all be spoiler questions.
Sure. It's I mean, it just gets into such interesting topics too. You get a lot of stuff into religion here. You get a lot of questions into that type of stuff. Who decides who breaks a sin? Who decides even what a sin is? Stuff like that. Right. You ask big questions like that too. So not only the characters but yourself too.
Do you know who you are?
Yeah. You have a clear background. So
okay.
The game opens up in present day, and then you go back in time. So
gotcha.
You decide. There's 4 different backgrounds you can choose from, and you decide one of those. Okay. Yeah. So this game was a Skyrim mod at one point.
Right.
So expect it to kind of play like that a little bit. It got remade all in Unreal 4 engine, and from what I've read, it's very different from the Skyrim mod even was. I think I even read that it wasn't actual religions they were using. Like in this game, it's like real religions, like Christianity's there, stuff like that. But I think it was using Skyrim religions or Elder Scrolls lore religions in the mod. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, no. But yeah, from what I've read, it's very different from what the mod was.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't know if you were playing a made-up character or like somebody that existed.
No, and it'll even go into depending on which background you choose, it'll go into the story a little bit more. And like if you choose a soldier background, you can bring a gun with you in there and stuff like that. And you only get like 10 bullets, so you have to, stuff like that. There's one that like makes you run faster. But yeah, your background gets brought back up at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it doesn't matter.
Maybe I need to pick up this game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Probably, I don't know where it'd be in my like gaudy conversation, but be up there for sure. I really loved it, man.
Okay. I guess I need to pick this up too.
Yeah,
sounds really good.
Yeah, it's a great time. You really grow to love the cast of characters, or I did at least. And just the whole loop thing was very fun. It's fun to see all these different things play out. There's a lot of different stuff going on at the same time too. So like there's one event happening over here, but at the same time something else is happening over here. So you really want to play through the loops again to see all these different things happening.
What's up with these loop mechanics?
The loop mechanic's super cool, man.
All these games with all these loop mechanics.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's why I wouldn't necessarily. I don't know. I guess you could consider this a roguelike, but I don't. It's just like straight up for narrative.
Sounds like there's way more progression though.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like you're redoing anything, you know.
No, I'm still fascinated by this, talking to this man, and he does things.
Yeah, no, it is funny. It's funny to go watch him after you do the mission. Yeah, you can just follow him, but he'll just go do the shit. And,
I'm so fascinated.
And the characters will react differently when this guy does it over than what you did it. Yeah, and like if they have a pass with the character, they'll like argue with him about shit, and it's so funny. Yeah, it's really cool to see.
So is he? I just one more thing about this because I'm obsessed with this thing.
Yeah.
So. Is he just doing the one thing every time? Or is he like doing the six things?
No, he'll do like the 6 things. So like if you did like 8 different things, right? By the time you did all 8 of them and you go through another loop, you could tell him all 8 things and he'll run around the city for a good 20 minutes and figure all this shit out.
I'll play this just to see this guy.
Yeah. He's a great character too. He's hilarious. And when you tell him the stuff, he's just like, oh, okay.
Sure.
I could go do that. It's funny too because you could tell they really like built this game with a community. There's just a lot of like little things that seem like there's a zip line mechanic and like there's a bunch of zip lines all over the place. Why? And it's just because it just gets you from point A to point B quicker. There's no reason a Roman city would have fucking zip lines in it other than that.
Indiana Jones.
What? Say that again.
Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, good point.
He might have like been there.
Yeah, he could have been there. Sure. Yeah, could see that. Very polished though. It did get a little glitchy at times. This game, some of those Skyrim tendencies seem to carry over.
You know how many people were involved in this? If it was just a mod.
Oh, in the making of the game?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. Didn't have very long credits, so not the biggest studio. So I know the people that made the mod are now working at this studio. So, or at least some of them. So
you would hope so.
Yeah, no, I know there's at least 3, or like the 3 main people that made the mod are now working at the studio or whatever. So I'm very curious to see what this studio does next. They're called Modern Storytellers. So seem to like telling stories.
Modern Storytellers, yeah.
Yeah.
I just have to keep an eye on that name, see what they do next.
Yeah, me too. I'll definitely keep them in mind. That's all I've been playing.
All you've been playing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. What are you playing? What are you gonna play next?
I'm not entirely sure. Like you said, 12 minutes, a little bit far out still. Well, we got like 2 weeks.
Can you play Before Your Eyes, please?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll go and play Kentucky Route Zero, and then I'll save Before Your Eyes for next year, just to piss you off.
At least you're playing one of the games.
Yeah, I watched the Watch Mojo video of like the best indie games, and Kentucky Route Zero was like number 5, and I was like, okay, maybe I should play that.
How many times do I have to tell you to play this game?
I was like, Watch Mojo recommended it though.
Okay. Go listen to Watch Mojo, not me.
You know what they put as number 1? Disco Elysium, and I was like, all right, I guess.
Sure. I see it.
Sure,
I see it.
Sure. Then they had like Inside at 10, and I was like, what? Like, come on now, what are you guys doing? Anyways, do we want to play again?
It's up to you. I got it.
What is it?
It'd be 20 questions if you want.
Okay. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Sure. All right. I got the game right here.
All right.
I'm ready. I'm ready whenever
you
are.
Myself from last week.
Yeah.
Did this game come out before the year 2000?
Let me get the exact date. Yes, it did.
It came out before 2000?
Yep.
I already lost. We're done. Shit.
All right.
That's
cool.
it. Okay, cool. Is it Ninja Gaiden? No. Could have been. All right. Before 2000, this game come out on the PlayStation N64 era.
Yes, it did.
I believe would be in there too. Did it? Okay, cool.
It did.
Cool. Did this game originally release on the Nintendo 64?
Yep. Yep, it did.
All right, cool. Badass. Was this game developed by Rare?
That's a great question. Nope.
Okay. That cancels out half the catalog.
Rare did a lot.
Okay. Is this game made by Nintendo?
Before you ask that, I'm going to say you didn't say exclusively N64. I shouldn't be helping you.
No, I didn't. Is this game made by Nintendo?
It's not made by Nintendo.
Okay. So it might be something that it was cross-gen on both.
I'm not trying to sway you one way or the other. I'm just letting you know.
Sure. Thanks.
Letting you know.
Is this a sports game? Why are you laughing?
I'm gonna say yeah. You might not like it.
Oh God, it's one of these, isn't it?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay. I mean, why wouldn't I like it? A sport's a sport, Daniel.
You'll see.
Great. Is it like golf or some bullshit? Okay. Does this game have Mario in it?
No.
Okay. Not one of those. He's saying
That's a good question.
So, I mean, I don't know what it could be. It must be like some weird sport. Do you skateboard in this game?
No.
Okay. That's fair. No skateboarding. Do you golf in this game?
No.
Is there a ball involved in this game?
No. It's 10.
What kind
I
of
think you're
fucking
getting too
sport
tied up
is this?
into this then.
And yeah, I definitely am. I mean, you said it's a sports game. I don't know. Is it like an extreme sports?
Are you asking the question?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't know if I consider it an extreme sport.
No. Okay. Not very extreme then.
I mean, kind of, but I wouldn't really consider it like an extreme. We know what extreme sports are. It's not in that list.
Sure. And there's not a ball involved. Interesting.
I'm gonna say move on. Don't get hung up on this.
I'm hung up on it.
I want you to get the game, so I would say don't get hung up on it.
Does this game involve pro wrestling?
No.
Okay. Well,
Good guess. It was a good guess.
Those. Yeah. I thought maybe you're going that route.
I probably consider wrestling a sport as well, but I don't know. MMA's a sport.
No, I consider
You know what I mean?
Amateur wrestling a sport. Sure, we're gonna get into this.
You're talking about WWE.
Yeah, I'm talking about WWE.
Wrestling.
I would
I mean,
consider
it's more
that
entertainment.
a sport.
It's an entertainment sport.
I
I'd
wouldn't-
still consider it a sport.
Sure. Okay.
They're athletic.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Not a sport. What are we doing here? Does this game review highly?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here we go. I'd say it reviewed well. I don't know if it reviewed highly, but I mean, I think it reviewed well. Like, I'm looking at the scores. Like, I'd say it reviewed good. Not like great, but good.
Do you rollerblade in this game? Maybe I think I'm too hung up on this
No.
sport. Okay, I was thinking Jet Set Radio.
don't.
I'm not even sure if that came out on N64.
You're too hung. I already told you. You're too wait. You've
I'm
lost too
way
many
too
questions
hung
just
up.
on this sport.
Damn, you're right. Fuck, it's too late. Oh man, this is a tough one. It's a doozy, all right. Did Activision make this game?
No.
I'm not even sure if Activision was a thing back then. To be
Oh
honest.
yeah, Activision's been around forever.
What did they make back then? There was no.
I mean, they were
CODs.
doing Tony Hawk.
Yeah. I don't even know if that was them necessarily. Did they own Neversoft then?
Yeah.
I guess they must.
Yeah, they
have.
did. Of course they did.
I just didn't know. All right, I didn't know.
Okay. I'm just letting you know they did Tony Hawk.
I didn't know. And this isn't Tony Hawk because it doesn't involve skateboarding.
It's not an extreme sport. Tony Hawk's an extreme
sport. But it doesn't involve a ball either. So what could it fucking possibly be?
That's why I was laughing at the
Did EA publish this?
No.
I'm so hung up on the sports, Daniel. You
need to not.
You have no idea how hung up I am on these sports.
I was laughing about the sport
God
thing.
damn it. These fucking
I didn't think
sports.
it would get you this much.
Oh, it got me
it makes
so
me
hard.
laugh more.
I just don't understand how it can be a sport then.
I'll explain at the end.
God damn it. I don't know. Are you like parachuting in this game?
Are you asking that?
No, I mean kind of.
You're gonna ruin the game.
You're gonna ruin the fucking game by picking a hard game. I told you, no games before the year 2000s. Video games didn't exist.
Ooh. I can give you a hint.
Okay, give me a hint.
You know this game.
I know this game?
I can say I think you've played this game since I've known you.
And it's on N64.
That might have been too much of a hint, to be honest.
I've played this game since you've known me. What N64?
So that'd have been about a year and a half.
Has there been a recent remaster of this game?
Like
or a re-release type thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only one I can think of is Super Mario 64, and that's not a sports game. Unless you're counting jumping as a sport now. I don't know. What have I played on N64 recently? Or re-release of? What the fuck are you on about, Daniel?
I'm pretty sure you played it.
One of us has played it, so it's at least been in the conversation. I'm just racing through all the conversations I've had with you ever.
Yeah.
Great. I have no idea.
It's 3 questions.
I think you've confused me even more now. Oh, man.
3 questions.
Oh, I'm going to hate myself after you say this. All right. There's been a recent release. Did the re-release come out this year?
Let me see. No.
So it was last year. Okay.
That's what I thought.
I have no idea. This
Two
is
questions.
impossible. What? I played this. Oh, man. I have no idea. Oh, boy. All right. No skateboarding. Some sort of sport. Still hung up on the sport. No Mario. He ain't there. Shit, man.
Well, remember, I didn't say N64 exclusive.
Okay.
You didn't say.
So it was also on PlayStation at some
It could
point.
have been.
Could have been. I have no idea.
I've given you too many hints.
Too many hints, and I still don't know. Okay. Have there been multiple recent entries in this game? Recent as in like no? Okay.
No. I wouldn't say so. One more question and a guess.
God damn, I have no idea. Does this game have cool music?
I haven't played the game. I'm gonna say probably.
You haven't played it. Okay.
I'm gonna say probably.
Okay.
But I can't answer that for sure. I can give you another question if you'd like, because I don't know.
I have no idea. Is this game NBA Jam?
It is not NBA Jam. That game has a ball in it. The game was released on May 1999 for the N64. A little later in the year for Game Boy. It was also released for PC. A year later, Dreamcast. And then it came to last-gen consoles last year. It is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, developed by LucasArts and published by LucasArts. It is a racing game. Racing is a sport. No, it's a sport. It's a racing sport. I wouldn't call it extreme, but it's a racing sport.
You're going to tell me pod racing isn't fucking extreme?
I mean,
You're gonna tell me pod racing is an
It's
extreme.
only because of
really,
Sebulba.
Think about that.
He's a cheater.
Think about that. People were literally dying left and right without Sebulba's involvement. Okay, that's pretty fucking extreme.
It's not an extreme. We know what an extreme sport is. It's not an extreme.
It's
a racing
pod
sport.
Racing.
So that's why I was laughing, because like I consider racing a sport.
Damn.
But
I say that almost every day to myself too, and I couldn't even get this thing.
You played it, right?
This game.
You played Racer.
No, I did not. Not recently.
Oh, I think I remember you talking maybe about getting.
Yeah, I do like this game. I do like this game quite a bit. Yeah.
I didn't mean to confuse you.
I didn't realize this was out on N64. I played this on PS2.
Yeah, no.
It must have just been the PlayStation 1 version.
I don't see. I'm looking at the release on Wikipedia here. It doesn't have a PlayStation release other than PS4.
Oh, really?
It is PC, N64.
What the hell did I play this on? Must have been N64 then.
Mac, Dreamcast, and then Switch, PS4, Xbox One.
Oh, okay. The more you know. I guess I played it on N64 though.
You had unless it was Game Boy maybe.
No,
but I doubt it. Yeah,
I remember playing it on the TV.
But
all right. Yeah, shit, that was a good game. Good call.
Yeah, I thought that was a good one because I know me and you love Star Wars. So.
Yeah, we do, sure do. This is pod racing, and that was the Nerdic podcast.
Pod racing.
It's working. It's working. God, I love that movie. You have no idea how many times I say those lines to myself.
Is Jake Lloyd a hero?
Anytime something's working, I'm like, it's working.
Is he a hero of yours?
Who, the actor?
Jake Lloyd, yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily call him a hero.
Okay.
He should have played Anakin, the adult version too.
Oh.
We should have waited a couple years for him to grow up a little, because it would have looked cool. He was short. Anyways, that was the Nerdic podcast, episode 77. Wait, am I wrong?
78 again.
78? I swear to God you're wrong. I swear you're wrong. I swear.
I'm pulling it up right here. Episode 77 is the Dead Space remake.
Okay, I believe you.
Which was last week.
I believe you. We will see you
I'm
guys.
the one that does all this in the back end. I know.
Okay, you're right. Please subscribe to our channel so we can get more subscribers and whatnot. I forgot to say that at the top of the show
please.
again.
Make a comment,
answer the cool question in the comments. Go check us out on audio platforms.
Yeah.
That'd be great. We'll see you later, guys.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.